What's up mga Kokote? It's me, Kuya Kyle, and welcome to Kuwader, where learning is the name of the game. At kung bago pa lang dito sa YouTube channel, don't forget to click the subscribe, like, and share buttons for more updates and videos. So, we have here, ang topic natin ngayon ay ang summarizing and paraphrasing. So, bago natin yon talakayin, syempre, ano muna ang ating trivia sa araw na ito? So, did you know professional cheesemakers are studying if music can change the taste of cheese? So, tagalog ko sa inyo, naaral ba nila kung kaya bang palta kung kayang palta ng music ang cheese? So, it means na parang yung mga tugtog, yung mga sounds, kung kaya ba niyang paltan yung lasa ng cheese. So, ayun. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Swiss cheesemaker, Beat Waffler, plays songs from bands like Led Zeppelin and a tribe called Quest during his cheese producing process. And with the help of students from the University of the Arts in Bern, he's studying to see if and how music can change the flavor of his emmental cheese. So, ayun ang ating trivia. And next we have our agenda. Ang agenda natin is to know how to summarize and to know how to paraphrase, and importance of both and their difference also. And, of course, ang example nila. So, we have here, paraphrasing and summarizing allow you to express how you understand and interpret a certain text. Being able to refer to other people's work and doing the two mentioned base would make your work more credible. Through this, you can also avoid plagiarism. Summarizing means explaining an idea in a shortened form, while paraphrasing means explaining an idea in detail in your own words, using most of the information from the original source without changing the meaning of the original. So, ang ibig sabihin nitong dalawa na to is, yung paraphrasing is, inaalaw niyang i-summarize yung kung ano yung naintindihan mo or na-interpret mo sa text, and it can refer to other people's work. And it makes your work more credible and you can avoid plagiarism. Yung parang kinukuha natin ng mga information sa internet, diba guys? Pinaparaphrase natin siya. Parang iniiba natin yung mga words. So, ayun yung paraphrasing. And then sa summarizing naman is, you read it's like you read a story from a book, and then pag sinabi ni teacher na i-summarize mo yan, it means that papaikliin mo yung story, but you'll summarize it. It means that you will make it short, but the important parts are in the summary. And parang hindi mo pinapalitan yung words sa original na text. Parang pinapaikli mo lang siya, pero nandun pa rin yung main story na pag binasa mo yun, ganito pala yung story. And yung laman ng summarizing guys ay mga mahalagang salita. Kung ang paraphrasing is babaguhin mo yung mga words or you make the words deeper, depende sa gusto mo. Sa summarizing naman is you will just shorten the story, but nandun pa rin yung meaning niya. Paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is not substituting a few words or rearranging sentences. Think what the original writer is trying to say and write a completely new sentence if you can. If there is a key phrase well expressed by the original writer. Paraphrasing shows the reader what you think about the source material or how it fits into your work. It is academically unacceptable to create a long paraphrase from a source and simply put a reference citation at the end. And paraphrases, it expresses ideas in different ways. It expresses ideas to achieve a greater clarity without changing the original meaning. It's like you will get keywords or phrases and consider the points of the writer or the speaker. Then you will organize the ideas and state them using your own words. So, this is an example of paraphrasing. So, we have here what is globalization. Globalization means the interconnection of national economies across the world on issues such as trade, investment, labor, and movement of people, goods, and services. That seems like a mouthful, but it's basically boils down to government increasingly allowing the citizens to do business across borders. Still, it's a pretty wide-ranging concept. Globalization is not a precise term. It can mean any way what nations have become interconnected. Although far from a new phenomenon, globalization, the term globalization gained popularity in the 1990s. The fall of the Soviet Union created the idea of a newly interconnected world, one not divided into the Cold War's armed camps, giving rise to globalization in the popular consciousness. And then, ito yung paraphrased example na sa binasa natin. So, pag pinaraphrase mo siya, magiging globalization is a broad term pertaining to the mutual relation among nations across the globe. It includes the basic components related to trade, investment, banking, goods, and other forms of services. In short, it is doing business among different countries. Globalization is a general term that became a trend since 1990s. The fall of the Soviet Union paved the way and made people aware of this so-called interconnection among nations. And next we have summarizing. There is an art to good summarizing. Keep in mind that your purpose is to use the source material by trying the ideas in the summary to the general point you are making. Summarizing is the best way to show your voice and convince the reader you understand what you are talking about. For about paraphrasing and summarizing, you must indicate the source with an in-text reference and provide full details of the source in your reference list. So, summarizing, like, it gets the essential information of the main idea of the text and it states your own words. And summary is much shorter than the original text since that it presents the overview of the original text or the story. So therefore you need to have a clear picture and understanding of the text to get the main idea. And example of summarizing. Globalization or the increased interconnectedness and interdependence of the people and countries is generally understood to include two interrelated elements. The opening of international borders to increasingly fast flows of goods, services, finance, people, and ideas, and the changes in institutions and policies at national and international levels that facilitate or promote such flows. Globalization has a potential for both positive and negative effects on development and health. So this is the summary of what we've read. Globalization, which means interconnectedness and interdependence of people or countries, poses both negative and positive effects on development and health. So, ayun ang summarizing and paraphrasing. And next we have the importance of both. So, summarize, leave out detail or examples that may distract the reader from the most important information. And they simply complex arguments, grammar, and vocabulary. Used correctly, summarizing and paraphrasing can save time, increase understanding, and give authority and credibility to your work. And the importance of paraphrasing, it's because it shows you understand the source well enough to write it in your own words. It also gives you a powerful alternative using direct quotes, which should be used frequently. So, ang pinagkaiba ng summarizing sa paraphrasing, use own words, while summaries, you'll just make the story shorter but with its main idea. So, thank you for listening. I hope na may natutunan kayo na difference and examples ng paraphrasing, summarizing. Thank you for listening. This is your Kuya Kaal and I'm signing out.